Adam, was there a fair bit in that for you to be encouraged by as a preparation for round one?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we come off a really disappointing performance last week. Obviously, we've lost a few soldiers as well, and Freo gained a few. So I think for us personally, looking at just tonight from our point of view, is I don't think we've got any injuries, and we had a go. So we're trying some different things, working on some new methods and systems, and to do that with 10 or 11 players missing, I think we're nowhere near the finished product at all. We've got a lot of work to do, but we saw better signs this week.
The pressure and the contest work seemed like two positives as well that you sounded going into the game, that you were keen to see some improvement in that. How much of a focus was that for your players?
Yeah, well, it's all part of it. I mean, we've been working on that all pre-season, so to do what we did last week was a concern. Because that was our main focus. So I think we might have won the contested possessions and ground balls in general play, which traditionally we haven't been too good in that area. So to tick that box, our ball movement, we turned some ball over here and there, but the way we defended and stayed connected as a team, I thought was a lot better than last week. So we've improved.
You gave some opportunities, obviously, to Joyce and Naish, who were trying to get their chances. Joyce had a lot of time in the centre square in that first half in particular. Can you talk to us a bit about what you saw from him today and what that would do for his chances?
Well, I think both of them have come in and done a really good job. I mean, Joyce, we had him for a couple of weeks, then he hurt his ankle. So we waited a week before we got him to play an intra-club, and he had 24 odd possessions and competed really well. And then tonight I thought he held up his own with battling against some quality A-grade midfielders against him. I thought he didn't look out of place. And then Naish, who came on in the second half, on Tuesday he was at St Kilda, and then today he's kicking a goal with the boys in the last couple of minutes of the game. So a little bit bizarre, but at the same time he's coming with a really good attitude. Brings a different look for us on the wing as well. So both of those guys, along with Hugh, I think we've, putting Hugh on the list, I think he gave us something today as well. So it's been pleasing, those three boys.
So what do you say to them, those two midfielders now, about their chances in the coming days? When do you have to make a call in your own head, and when do you start speaking to them about it?
Yeah, it's all been a little bit rushed. Obviously, I think we lost 5 players last week, and 3 of them significant injuries, 4 to 6 month plus injuries. So we've been caught on the hop a little bit. So we just need to take a deep breath in the next 24 hours, and then the decision I think needs to be made in the next few days. So we'll catch up tomorrow. We'll get some clarity about where we're all at, where our players are at, and then we'll make a call by, I'd say, Wednesday.
Tim Kelly had a hell of a lot of the footy today, and seemed to be pushing forward a lot harder, a lot deeper, I suppose you could say, with his getting some shots on goal. Is that what we can expect to see from him with his role this year?
Oh, I hope so. Obviously Tim is an A-grade talent, and I think his best football, even at Geelong, was forward of centre. So his ability to play as a midfielder, hunt the ball, connect, and also hit the scoreboard, I think that's his best version. So if he can have a couple of shots a game, playing in the midfield, that's a bonus for us. So, yeah, we're working on that, and it's a great thing that Matty Knights is here. He coached him at Geelong through that period as well. So we sort of know what the best look for him is, and I think, for the most part, he's been a really good acquisition for the club. Halfway through last year, he must have been our best player before he got injured. So he's carrying the load along with Gaff and Redden in particular, and Nick, with a depleted midfield, and they're holding up their end, and some of the younger players did as well.
And you chucked Willie into the middle a few times. He started the game in the middle. Is that for fitness, or is that, do you reckon, where he can actually have an impact for the team in the middle as well as playing forward?
Well, that's what he did 2 years ago. He was a pinch hit on the mid every now and then when one of our inside mids rotates. So we just want to get him back to what he did 2 years ago, to be honest. So we'll start with what we used to do, and we started him in the middle tonight at every centre bounce. So that was just to have a look at it. But traditionally he does pinch hit there.
Jake Waterman, Adam, an emergency tonight. Is he okay? Was that a decision you took to rest him after a couple of good weeks, or not?
We're not in a position to rest players at the moment. He had a tight calf, so we didn't risk it, to be honest. So, yeah, anyone who was available was playing tonight. I think Xavier O'Neill's the only one on the list who could have played who didn't get any minutes. Maybe one or two others, but yeah, we're a bit light on with that. But like I said during the week, it's not an excuse. We just got to get on with it. And I thought tonight the boys did that.
Is it enough with Waterman to impact him going into round one, or do you expect him to be there?
I reckon at a pinch he could have played at a pinch. So it would have been one of those captain's run decisions on Saturday that we just took that out of everyone's hands and we were just a little bit cautious with what's going on. So that's the way we handled that.
And just with Joyce and Naish, you suggested last week that there might be a different avenue for you to get a third list spot for one of those guys. Are you looking at some of your long-term injured guys at the moment and maybe opening up a third spot through one of those?
Well, that's the discussion we've got to have on tomorrow. So we'll work through that. So out of respect for everyone who's working through their injuries, we just need to work through what our list looks like in the short term, the mid-term and the long term. So that'll be had tomorrow.
No worries. Thanks, Adam. If you've got anything, Chatters, I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I'll jump in. G'day, Simo.
Hey,
Just
Chatters.
back on Willie Rioli. How close is he to the fitness he had 2 years ago, and how long do you think it'll take him to get back to that sort of level?
Look, he's had a couple of niggles throughout the pre-season, excuse me, but he's not a mile off. I think tonight was really important. He got through. I think he played 40 odd minutes last week, and he probably played 60 or 70 tonight. So, another good week on the track, available round one, which was, the ultimate goal. And then, he needs to get that match fitness, and he's been away for a long time. So, just having him back on the track and on the field's a great thing for the club and for our supporters. So, yeah, we'll take whatever we can get from Willie at the moment.
Yeah, he's already shown a few flashes of brilliance here and there. How encouraging is that, and how much of a lift does that give everyone?
It just for him personally, I think it's a great thing. Him feeling like he's back home, he belongs. The spirit amongst the group, I think's elevated in the last week or so after that performance, and Willie's been part of it. So being back in the family is really important for him.
And how nervous are you in regards to Alex Witherden's bump on Brayshaw? You're already down so many players.
Yep.
What's your thoughts there?
He asked me that after the game, and I said, mate, I didn't see it. I think it might have been early. It must have been in a quarter. We're coming up from the bench. So hopefully it's nothing too sinister and we move on.
Yeah, he was one of your best today, I think. How have you rated his summer?
Yeah, he's transitioned really well. He had a significant operation in the off-season. Had a really good look. He hasn't missed a beat. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's available. We probably don't have any more backs to play. So we'll work through that. But he's been good. I think, a couple of kicks here and there tonight. But overall, he's been pretty good for us.